Okay, we're exploring Sydney today. This is the view from the hotel. Not really sure exactly what we can find about Sydney. Haven't really been here that many times. I'm pretty sure everyone's already done everything, so we're just going to walk around and see what's going on. With Nick.
Hello.
Nick Nicholas. Let's go. Brother. Alright, so everyone's being sleepyheads. They're still getting changed. So we're doing a little bit of investigating together. We saw a
Anzac Memorial.
And we think it's an Anzac Memorial. That's what it looks like from the hotel. So we're gonna go and walk to it and we'll take a look. Got the tram here. I gotta say, this is one thing I do like about Sydney and Melbourne.
Very open.
It's open, and you got these trams you can just hop on and off, and it takes you basically anywhere you want to go in the city. And we used to have them in Brisbane. They got rid of them, which God knows why. Museum Station. Nice old little vintage building. Cafe.
Not a bad area.
Alright. So this is it. This is the monument. We took a few wrong turns. Our building's just that one. Big tall one. And we went that way. We did a big U, essentially. This is it. Nice sandstone building. You got the eternal flame over there. So it looks like these are all the sites of particular campaigns. So this must be the Gallipoli campaign. Then you got France and Belgium. So all of them, so those are the campaigns in Egypt and Palestine. And then this is New Guinea and the high seas. Alright, so that concludes that little side quest. We found the sleepy ones.
Sleepy ones have
The sleepy ones have awakened. Good morning, Smutty. Sleepy brain.
Walaikum salam.
Smutty, welcome back to the vlog.
Hello.
So, we're at Bondi Junction. Tell us.
Yes. Bondi Junction.
Bondi Junction, different to Bondi Beach. It's actually, looks like it's about 10 minutes away from Bondi Beach. Here we are. Coming out to the main strip. And this is very Queen Streeting here, this particular section. But I can imagine as soon as we get more towards the beach, it's going to be very broady. Jiu-jitsu, self-defense. But we'll go do a bit of shopping, take a look.
Bondi Junction and Bondi Beach. So Bondi Beach is the city, but like Bondi Junction.
No, Bondi Junction is this area. This is like the shopping area.
But like what's the difference between the shops? It's like
One has a beach.
so it's just like one, just one's a beach, one end like just the city.
Yeah. So, we just left Bondi Junction. Yanni's done his shopping. We've now decided to come to another very famous spot, Bondi Beach. We've got the Kazzi Cafe. Known and renowned amongst the Castellaresian Greeks. So for those of you who have been following the channel for a while, first video was on the island of Castellarizo. How cool is this? I remember watching Bondi Rescue as a kid. And this is the beach.
You always dreamed of being saved by one of the Bondi lifeguards.
There is nothing more than that you would have loved to having some muscular, fit man coming and dragging your corpse out of the water. Somebody wants
That's the hut right there.
the hut. That is the lifeguard hut. So over there, that's the famous lifeguard hut where the lifeguards sit and watch all the tourists who go for a swim. It actually looks like today that no one's in the water because it's too rough. So if there is going to be a day where Bondi Rescue is needed, it's today. So we finally made it. Bondi Beach after 25 years. We're here. So that's the lifeguard tower. We've got Bondi Pavilion. And there's the waves crashing over the rocks. And Kellis has arrived just for a fun fact. You ready for the fun fact?
What's the fun fact today?
Do you know what Bondi stands for? You know why it's called Bondi?
No.
Bondi. It comes from the Aboriginal word for waves crashing over rocks.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm just watching the waves crash over the rocks into the famous pool over there, the iceberg pool. That's that lifeguard tower from the TV show.
Oh.
From Bondi Rescue.
That's what Bondi Rescue.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, fair dinkum. Navy blue boardies that I brought.
Navy blue.
I bought my navy blue ones. I would have fit right in. Got to save lives.
Yeah.
Save a Japanese tourist from drowning.
There we go.
First time ever.
First touch of Bondi sand.
Bondi sand.
I'm gonna take it home now. I'm gonna put it in a bottle and I'm gonna put it on my bedside table. So we decided not to go for a swim because it's gonna be freezing cold, and we're Queensland boys, so we're used to 23 degrees
of water
at all times. Anything that drops below 20, we're out.
2 degrees, no.
We're out.
That's the magic number.
Exactly. And look there, you got the lifeguards.
Insert Baywatch intro.
We're gonna go find the cameras who are watching us. Kellis, we could become super famous right now if we just swam out there and started to drown.
We would be on TV. And it wouldn't be difficult either because we're in like full winter clothing.
Exactly.
The jeans will absorb all the water. There'll be like 10 kilos extra. Weigh us down.
You know, I also heard that apparently the Gold Coast, the sand of the Gold Coast, is they actually get their sand from New South Wales beaches.
Oh.
So the sand that's there is not even ours.
Scam
Apparently, they use that around Surfers Paradise. So
I have heard that they import it.
Alright, water's not coming to us, we're going to go to it. More Rockies. I will say, it's a bit of a vibe doing a beach run, but you don't have far to run, it's only there to there.
Figures go.
Oh, I don't want my shoes, I'll come back. Shit! Kellis got wrecked.
Oh, shit.
Here we go. Bondi. It's actually warm. That's actually quite warm.
I thought it'd be a lot colder.
So did I.
Except my fucking. Oh my god, it's fucking.
Here we go, lifeguard tower. Other side of it. This is the Bondi Pavilion. Nice little coffee shop, but it is very nice. It is a nice area. Like, you got people just chilling on the grass, relaxing, just enjoying life, enjoying the sun. Look at this. Great little look-at spot up here. It really is such a great entertainment district. You got the beach, you got the pavilion, you got a skate park, you got the pool over here, which you're about to see, and you just got the cafes, the restaurants, the bars, the hotels and the apartments. It really is its own nice little utopia in a sense. Here we are. The iceberg pool. So another Australian icon here, where the waves crash over the rocks and feed into the pool. A natural pool cleaning system, natural filter. Arguably better than any pool you get at a hotel as well. It's all fresh water. And a little bit of seaweed here and there. but this is a view that everyone online would be familiar with. If you've seen photos of Australia, or you look up Australia, this is one of the first things that come up, this view here. And you've got the Iceberg Clubhouse here, Surf Lifesaving Club. What I'll say, it is amazing how big these waves are. Like, you can understand why they needed to create a TV show about all the rescues that happen. Like, this is dangerous. It's just white. But yeah, absolutely crazy. Oh, this is also quite famous. This is the Bondi to Coogee walk. Everyone does this. Oh, right. I just cannot be asked.
Do you want to go up to there?
We can go all the way up there, but we basically get all the way to Coogee at that point. Well, I guess we've come this far. Might as well take a look.
I'll tell the other boys are finished.
Yeah. All right. The journey continues.
Sick.
This section here has been, even the waves, they must hit here and splash here. So obviously that is scary. Look at it just coming towards you. Every time you just stand here, this is the shot. Watch out, there's a guy going for a run. This is insane.
So all the water used to be like up here, like look how much this is all like eroded.
That's the cliffs, it's got that smooth, natural appearance to it. What a view. So this is the tip of the headland. See if we can get up a bit higher. Look at that. We've chosen the best day to come here when we're about to get blown away. Looks like that's a cemetery up there, straight across the hill. You know, prime real estate, Angelo, over there, the cemetery on the hill.
What? Oh yeah.
Looks like a cemetery.
Stuff from the airplane.
Yeah. You know, I've heard that people are dying to get a spot over there.
Prime real estate.
Prime real estate. Yeah. Anyway, I'll say it up here because that way the camera won't be able to hear me properly. I've got to make a formal apology to Sydney. I always used to chat a lot of shit about Sydney. I used to say Queensland and Brisbane's so much better. Why would you want to go to Sydney? And now that I've been here for about 24 hours, I understand. I get it. Anyway, but I think we're just going to sit here for a bit and just enjoy the breeze. I'm actually quite exhausted after that. Like, you build up a bit of a sweat.
There, and then the next one.
There's plenty more to go. We've only just brushed the surface of it.
Shit.
There's plenty more to go. Coogee's all the way down here. We're here. We're seeing Tamara Beach. So that's Tamara Beach. Coogee is much further around. I am wrong. So you can see Bondi over there and Tamara Beach over there. So I was wrong. So we are not going to go do the rest of the walk. I think we'll stay that for another time. We've got other things that need to be done today.
Yeah.
So I reckon we'll go back now and we'll explore the rest of the Bondi suburb. So we were going to go down and take a look at the pool, but $10 entry. So I am paying $10 just to go and look at the pool, which I can look from up here. So one final look. That's the pool. That's Bondi. That's the headland. That's all we have to see here. This strip is just so nicely put up. It's got everything you need. It's got tourist shops, but not too many of them. It's got nice coffee shops. It's got nice lunch places. Further down there are a few bars and pubs. It's just a really nice place that you could come here and holiday for a week and kind of not really do anything else except holiday.
Yeah.
It's quite nice. Alright, so for those of you who have seen the original Michael Penkless vlog, it was of the Greek island of Kastelorizo. This here is named after said island.
Michael Penkless.
Yes, and you can see here on the menus.
Oh, they're in there.
Oh, inside. Kastelorizo, the original. All right. The rest of the team's inside. We'll go join them.
Chicken wrap. Everyone says anything. Yeah.
This
10 seconds later, oh, I got a chicken wrap. Yeah.
this is a meal in honor of Kazzi. This is a Kazzi special.
Yeah.
Got some Kazzi fries. Kazzi euro.
Slice of lemon, please. Yes. Thank you.
A needy Spiros.
Right, too much lemon is not good for your digestion.
Mmm.
Eat all of them.
Feta and herbs. And there you go. The Kazzi Cafe does justice to the name. Just met Peter, the owner. Fellow Castellaresian. Proper Lavendi. He gave us some complimentary matcha cookies. Beautiful. Good. So we'll head back to Sydney now. We're in Sydney, but the centre, Circular Quay. And yeah, sent the boys back to the apartment. They're all quite exhausted from our Bondi session, and I've kind of done this vlog a bit back to front. So we are now going to go and see the most iconic part of Sydney, the part of Sydney that people actually think of when you hear the word Sydney. So we're here at Circular Quay. Started the tram over here. This is the train station and transport hub. And you've also got the wharves where you can catch boats to other parts of the harbour. Go to places like Manly or further down the port. But we're going to go and take a quick look at the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the iconic Opera House. So this is what you would expect walking around Circular Quay in Sydney. You got some traditional Aboriginal music and tourists everywhere. So we're now coming up to the strip that leads up to the Opera House, and along here it's lined with bars and cafes and tourist shops, and it's got a wonderful view of the Harbour Bridge. And there you have it, the site that people will travel across the ocean to come and see. Again, I've probably done this vlog in reverse. This is where I probably should have started the vlog, not be finishing it. So basically this is the most iconic part of Sydney, or even to say Australia. When you hear someone say Australia, if you're an international viewer, this is what you think. You think of this exact picture right there. So the Opera House, some fun facts about it. The roof is covered in over 1 million Swedish tiles, and the project was estimated at the time to cost only $7 million, but the project went way over budget and ended up costing upwards of $102 million. And this project, this idea, this image of the Opera House was created by John Olsen, who I believe was the architect. And a funny story about Olsen is that he never actually got to finish the project himself. He actually quit before the Opera House was completed. And so this is it here. Right there. And many famous artists and composers have performed at the Opera House. And for those Greek viewers, Agiro came here, I think it was last year, and he performed right here in the most famous opera house in the world. And so yeah, quite amazing. And as you can see in the background there, we have the Sydney Harbour Bridge, aka the coat hanger, which I'm almost certain had 1,400 workers who built the bridge, and it was completed over 8 years. So another cool little part of Sydney. That's another iconic build. So Sydney is kind of definitely made its stamp on the world. Where I'm walking to now is there's a bench around here where it's quite an old bench. It was carved out by the first convicts. Margaret's bench or something. Mrs. Macquarie's chair. So this is one I actually didn't really know existed. This was created in 1810 by the convicts, and it is said to have the best free views of the Opera House. And I've got a pretty good view here, and this is free, so let's go see if we can find it. Take a quick glimpse of it. So Mrs. Macquarie's chair. That's all the way over there. And I'll be honest, I don't think I can be bothered walking that far. So to get there, you follow this path around, and you'll see it over there. I'm pretty sure it's actually what's facing us now, that slab of concrete or slab of stone. You know, you got all these photographers around the place. They've set up their tripods. Literally all I do is I just take a photo on my iPhone. Now this is not an advertisement for iPhone, but you know, I can fit all my equipment in my little satchel, and it doesn't cause too much inconvenience. I can't just whip out my phone anytime I need it. But yeah, there you have it. Sydney Opera House, Sydney Harbour Bridge. Beautiful sight to see. Another part that's quite interesting, at least to me, is this part of Sydney. So just across from us, over here, just underneath the bridge, and just a bit beyond. First of all, you've got the cruise terminal. That's where all the cruise ships will dock and take in their passengers for cruises around the east coast. But that area is known as the Rocks, and the Rocks is the old European settlement, or the first European settlement when they first inhabited Sydney, and it's full of old European style buildings which are still well kept to this day. Again, I might go do that tomorrow, and I'll probably insert that bit here if I do it. So if I look different, that's what's happened. But yeah, it's quite interesting. There's said to be, well, there is tunnels underneath the rocks that you can explore. There's some ghost stories around that as well. But today, most of that area has now turned into bars and small bougie cafes where you can go and relax and enjoy yourself. So I didn't think I'd actually do it, but I've kept my word, and we have now entered the Rocks district. So this is it. You can see the old European style buildings lined with cafes, coffee shops, bars, and it's turned and transformed into more of an entertainment district of Sydney. And right behind us, we've got the city, the Four Seasons, Shangri-La, Salesforce, and I brought the boys with me this time. So basically, you got the old European style buildings.
English, Scottish, Australian Chartered Bank.
So what is the bank now? Starbucks. And this is it, all here.
Sydney's oldest pub.
We can go to Sydney's oldest pub. Alright, we'll come back and have a beer there. So this is the oldest part of Sydney. This is where the original settlement was first established in 1810. So as you've seen, the buildings, they're all vintage. They've all been repurposed as modern day shops and cafes. But all these old buildings have been refurbished and it looks absolutely great. If we can cross the road over here, you can see the Harbour Bridge through the street. Quite picturesque. So now here in the Oriental pub, the Oriental, it was established in 1844, and they've got this photo of the construction of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. So that was it in 1930. You see they came from both sides and they met in the middle. There we are, okay. So we've got our G's. We've moved spot, we've moved up to the roof, the penthouse.
Penthouse
Right.
suite.
Alright, I reckon we all go at the same time.
Pentagons.
Alright. Yamas.
Cheers, Yamas. Cheers to the governor.
Cheers to the governor.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, man. Smashed it. No trip to the rocks is complete without splitting a G. I'm quite proud of that.
That's a good one.
First time recording it as well. People will say it's fake. Fortune of War. Sydney's oldest pub, opened in 1828. So, we'll see if we can get a table here.
So I want to what's the original? What
So,
do you think is original?
These seats look ancient.
No, I don't.
Look at that.
She's Austrian. I'm surprised you didn't go in that pub though. She's been in this department because she had a stroke.
So demolished in 1920, and this one was built in 1922. So it must have went through some refurbishment, especially with old woodwork, rots over time. So we've got our beer in the oldest pub
Oldest pub in Sydney.
in Sydney.
Oh, it's the 1828.
1828.
28.
Open.
Do you reckon that would be the oldest pub in Australia as well? The Sydney was the first, no?
I've seen
Melbourne?
Say Melbourne.
There's ones in some country towns that are like
Some country
1811, stuff like that. Like really
The
old.
bar at my house was built in 1605.
By Phil Manuel.
No, by a couple Sotos.
It was chipped out of marble.
But anyway, this is a snowy way.
Snowy
It's
way.
meant to be from the area. So
Yes, it's a lager.
we're gonna give it a try. Yamas.
Yamas. It is nice.
Very, very smooth lager.
It is indeed.
Not harsh. Alright. But otherwise, I think we're going to wrap it up there. We'll enjoy the rest of our hours in Sydney before we catch our flight back to Brisbane.
Indeed.
But we will return.
We shall return.
Alright. Yamas.